All right, wanted to do a quick demo of the vessel management application that I'm working on. I'm currently building it in Glide. Uh, One of the features I just wanted to walk through today is a pretty simple one, but gets used pretty frequently. This is for a 52 Viking sport fishing vessel, and this is its punch list. It keeps everything nice and organized and allows us to keep updates in place, track statuses, deadlines, and just stay completely aligned on a boat that doesn't have a full time crew. Or really, even if it did have a full time crew, this would be a great organizational tool that I've been working on. So I have things organized in this collection view. I'm actually going to full screen us for a second here. Um, so this is basically the landing page for the punch list. This is what we'll see when we first enter the collection. We see three primary categories here: in progress, scheduled, and queue. We'll obviously look at the queue as kind of a backlog. Scheduled means that we have it on the radar. In progress, pretty self-explanatory. Um, but where I really like focus on some of the details is the detail screen. So when we're in our detail screen, we can actually start to see, the updates that are applied to each individual punch list item. We have a headline button right at the top that allows us to mark it as complete. If we do so, it'll remove the other status. It'll remove the status selection from down here. And then we can also edit the project name or the due date directly in that edit screen. And then we have an open text box here to be able to just add random notes and details that might not need to be timestamped, just little side notes and things that might occur during the life of the project that you might want to store for later reference. We can also add and edit images directly in the punch list item. And I'll jump into an item that already has images added to it so we can see what that looks like. And then we will see all the way at the bottom, there is an update section, which will act as a thread of updates posted through the life cycle of a punch list item. Let me jump into another one that might have a little bit more, with a few more updates in that one. I also have the breadcrumbs up top so I can jump back to the collection screen, and I got an idea. So let's jump over to the completed screen. So this is our collection screen. So we'll look at this as all of our open projects that still need to be worked or completed. And let's jump into the completed screen. So we'll see something a little bit different. We're actually going to get um, more of a table format over here where we can track and see the completed items, when it was created and when it was due, when it was completed. And then if we jump into, let's do this one here, we can actually see that we can attach photos to it, store for later reference, and we can even pop into these photos, get a little bit better of a view. And then we'll see that the mark complete sign is no longer there. I have this set up on a conditional basis. If for some reason you need to reinitiate something that wasn't actually complete, we can go ahead and just click one of these buttons, say we want to reschedule it. We can jump it back into scheduled queue or the scheduled group, and it will repopulate that mark as complete button for us. So let's jump back to our punch list. So one last thing to focus on is how do we add an item? So I have a form screen that's really simple right here. We're just going to add a project name. So this is a new project. We'll set a due date a couple days out. Okay. And we can add details right from here. So once we add details to it, we can go ahead and click add. We can see it right here in the queue, and we can add images if we'd like. Let's go ahead and just add this PNG for now. This is actually a picture from the inventory side of the application that I'm working on, but we'll see that we can add the images directly to it very easily. We can add an update very easily, and we'll have timestamps on those updates, so we're able to see when they were posted, what the current status is. If we jump it into scheduled or in progress, go back to the punch list, we'll see it's going to sort itself in the appropriate group. And we'll see right here, this is our new project that we just created. And then once we mark this as complete, we'll see those status selections go away, just like I had mentioned. And when we go back to the punch list, it's no longer in this view because we have a completed task. So it doesn't need to be in this view anymore. It's meant to be super simple. This is meant to be just what's on our radar so we can keep track of the items that need to get done on the boat. There's a lot of things that go on a boat, a lot of things that go on a boat, and a lot of it gets overlooked sometimes. So this is a really great way for us to be able to stay in tune with what's out there. We can come back in here, find our project. We'll see it collected, our created, our due, and our complete date. And since we don't want this around, we can actually, let's go in here. Let's move this back to scheduled for now. We'll see the mark complete pop back up. And then now that it's in scheduled, I purposely have the settings so you can't delete an item from the completed list, but you can delete the item from the open list. So we'll go ahead and delete. And now we've removed our project or our punch list item. So really great way to keep on top of the things that are going on a boat. Like I said, the whole purpose of this was meant to be keep it as simple as possible so we can just keep track of what's going on the boat, post updates, and then actually really just create an audit trail, right? So it's really nice that we're able to have the pictures associated with each individual project. We could always retrieve them at a later time. We don't have to store them on our phone and scroll through them endlessly to be able to find them. So some really simple but critical features to keeping track of the punch list items on a boat, no matter the size. I have some other features going on that I'll discuss in later videos, but we also have our run log, which is a store of the comprehensive run log. I'll do a weekly run log on the boat so we can keep track of all the systems, make sure they're all running as expected, and then just recently started working on our inventory system. So we'll be able to keep track of what inventory we have where on the boat, what needs to be restocked, what do we have too much stock of, what can we put in storage. And it's actually, part of the objective of that one is going to be to optimize how we have the storage on the boat laid out based on, priority or criticality of a spare part. Is this a mission critical part that needs to be readily available if we have an emergency offshore? So a lot of those concepts will start to play into the app as we continue to develop it. So thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And if you have any feedback, questions, anything, just feel free to reach out.